10 Best Cheap Tuner Cars Under $5,000. Number 1. Acura RSX Type S. The 2002 to 2004 Acura RSX is an amazing cheap tuner car. It comes with a 2-liter inline-4 making 200 horsepower and 142 pound-feet of torque. It already makes decent power, and the engine is able to handle a lot more power without needing reinforced internals. The RSX Type S also comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, which would make the vehicle really fun to drive. The RSX has a massive aftermarket following, and they were extremely easy to get parts for and modifications for. The RSX is still technically a Honda, so as you could imagine, it has Honda's amazing reliability. The RSX Type S is cheap to own, cheap to maintain, and cheap to modify. Number 2. Lexus IS300. The IS300 features a 3-liter inline-6 making 215 horsepower. But this isn't just any inline-6, it's a 2JZ, the same 2JZ found in the Mark IV Supra. So like the Supra, it is amazing tuning potential. The 2JZ is notoriously reliable, and it is able to withstand a lot of power reliably. 2JZ engines are able to make over 1,000 horsepower with forged internals without blowing, which is more than most engines can say. Also, its aftermarket following is massive, so finding parts shouldn't be too much of a hassle. The Lexus IS300 is essentially a 4-door Supra. Number 3. Subaru WRX. The Subaru WRX is an amazing tuner car. In this century, I'll be focusing mainly on the Blob I WRX, but any generation WRX is a great cheap tuner car. The Blob I WRX was made from 2004 to 2005 and features a 2-liter Boxster engine which makes 227 horsepower and 217 pound-feet of torque. The WRX comes with an all-wheel drive and a 5-speed manual transmission. If you do get a WRX, be careful because they're prone to blowing head gaskets. Regardless, they're great cars to modify. Number 4. New Edge Mustang GT. For those of you who like American muscle, this is the car for you. The New Edge Mustang GT was made from 1999 to 2004 and had a 4.6-liter V8 which made 260 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. The New Edge Mustang looks great and sounds good too, so it's really an amazing car to modify. It is a large aftermarket following, and their engine is notoriously reliable. You can get a Mustang GT in a manual or automatic, but it may be a bit difficult to find a New Edge Mustang GT with a manual transmission under $5,000, but it's not impossible. Number 5. NA Mazda Miata. The Mazda Miata has become a true icon in tuning culture. They're small and agile, which makes them handle like a dream, and they have pop-up headlights which makes them stand out from all the other vehicles on the road. Mazda MX-5 Miatas come with a 1.8-liter inline-4 which makes 129 horsepower and 112 pound-feet of torque. The NA Miata is one of the best handling cars ever made, and the Miata is known for being extremely fun to drive with a simple tune and good tires. You could make the Miata even more fun than it already is. Needless to say, the Mazda Miata is an amazing tuner car. Number 6. Infiniti G35. The G35 is a great tuner car. The Infiniti G35 is available as a coupe or a sedan and comes with a manual or automatic transmission. The G35 comes with rear-wheel drive, which makes it a fun car to drive, and it also has a 3.5-liter V6 which makes 280 horsepower paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. The V6 in the Infiniti G35 is the same V6 found in the Nissan 350Z, and parts between them are interchangeable. The Infiniti G35 has gained a massive fan base, and it also has a massive tuning community. It may be hard to find a G35 with a manual transmission under $5,000, but it's definitely not impossible. Number 7. Lexus LS400. The LS400 was Lexus's attempt at building a V8 luxury car, and it did great. The LS400 comes with a quad-cam, 4-liter V8 making 250 horsepower. It is a great cheap tuner car, but unfortunately, it's only available with an automatic transmission. However, manual swaps are very common and fairly easy to do. The Lexus LS400 is also rear-wheel drive, so if you're looking to drift or just have a fun time driving, this is the perfect car for you. 4 doors means it's more practical than most of its competitors, and the Toyota reliability means it'll outlast most vehicles on the road. Not to mention, it looks great. Number 8. Dodge Neon SRT4. I know, it's a Dodge, but hear me out, the Neon SRT4 was a truly unique car and absolutely deserves respect. The base Neon is a normal, fairly ugly economy car, but the SRT4 breathes life into the Neon. The Dodge Neon SRT4 is one of the best American tuner cars ever made. It features a dual overhead cam 2.4-liter inline-4 which makes a respectable 220 horsepower and 245 pound-feet of torque. The Neon SRT4 only weighs 2,900 pounds. So it's able to move quickly. It goes from 0 to 60 in just 5.1 seconds. The Dodge Neon SRT4 is destined to become a classic car in the future, and it's already starting to appreciate in price, so if you want one, now would be the ideal time to buy one. Number 9. Scion TC. The TC is certainly a unique car. At first glance, it looks like a sporty Toyota Camry, and if you think that, you aren't entirely wrong. The Scion TC is an amazing cheap tuner car. It's sporty, while still being a Toyota, which means it's extremely reliable. The Scion TC features a 2.4-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder which makes 161 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. It also comes with a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. The Scion TC was a great tuner car with a large aftermarket following and it's severely underrated. Now for an honorable mention, Chrysler 300C. I'm sure I just made a lot of people shake their head, but just hear me out. The 2005 to 2008 Chrysler 300C came with a 5.7-liter V8 making 340 horsepower, and the 2009 to 2010 Chrysler 300C had the same engine making 360 horsepower. That combined with a 5-speed shiftable automatic and rear-wheel drive make it a great car. Some may even call it a muscle sedan. It is a decent-sized aftermarket and they're fairly easy to modify. The only reason I didn't give this a full entry like the other cheap tuner cars is because the 300C really isn't the best vehicle to make reliable power with. Nonetheless, it's still a great car. Number 10. Honda Civic. The 1998 to 2000 Honda Civic Si is one of the best cheap tuner cars ever made. It is a 1.6-liter inline-4 making 160 horsepower and 111 pound-feet of torque. It's a high-revving engine which redlines at 7,000 revolutions per minute. Millions of Civics have been made so parts are absolutely everywhere. And the Honda Civic has a massive aftermarket which makes it easy to find mods for them. An added bonus is that the Honda Civic is one of the most reliable cars ever built. It really is one of the best tuner cars ever made. Comment your favorite tuner car ever made and, while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe for more videos about cheap cars.